Da-na-na. ESPN.
It's week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Falcons leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Falcons and the Broncos, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They didn't get the win, didn't they?
Yep. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But you look at this Bronco defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 94 yards, and a score.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. Into the hands of London. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And caught by London. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Buying time to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Damn it.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs, competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Fighting through, he's got space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 more on that one and another first down. Now it's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Wilson.
That isn't good. He was just there wide open.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's Jones on the return. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. He'll get on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We can look at this Bronco defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because
evades the tackler and now some space. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Falcons at 11-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
2nd and 10. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one swung out to Montgomery. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total. They made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Jones. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Arnold Ebiketie. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more than he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jones. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They go play action here on 1st down. This pass is caught by London. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Wilson's throw complete there to Thomas. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he's able to break out a 1 tackle.
Oh, shit.
Brought down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball start.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run it again with Williams. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Wilson. And that's incomplete.
And that's a knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Again, Wilson. Pass incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 60.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Grady Jarrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So 4th down, Wilson goes to the sidelines, and on comes Jason Myers for the field goal try. This from 32 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He's got his man, London, right side. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Going up top. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense ready to go again. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Wilson. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. CD Lamb with a touchdown catch from Dak Prescott. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And that one all tied against the visiting Saints. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Wilson. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Broncos.
Up the middle, it's Williams. He'll get this up to about the 44.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run again here with Robinson. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still going. Now look out. Javonte Williams. Well, all the way home for a Bronco score. Javonte Williams. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are back within a score. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Now back to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Ready?
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Shifts by him. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give it one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this time he'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. Good strength, gets him a little extra and gets them some breathing room as he's tackled shy of the 10. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Wilson.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. In motion goes Patrick. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Denver.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stop the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Here's 1st and 10. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. He's back to throw. Robinson's got it. Muscles him off. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here comes 2nd down at 5. He'll look to throw. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Forced out to his left. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. Robinson up the middle. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Robinson with another carry. And he's taken down. And now they can milk this, take it all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Falcons are going to win the game. We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Atlanta, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here.